we're standing outside the Dakota County Judicial Center, and we're talking to
Michelle MacDonald.
What happened today?
Well, we went into court on a motion pursuant to my Sixth Amendment right to have your camera in the courtroom, and the judge denied.
What was the reason?
Well, the reasoning was that there's some court rules that have been promulgated that prohibit cameras in the courtroom. So the reason was not constitutional.
Okay, well, there was an issue about disrupting the decorum of the court.
Yeah, disrupting the decorum of the court. First of all, the reason cameras should be in the courtroom is to watch what's happening in the courtroom. And like my attorney, Stephen Grigsby, argued, the most objective way to see what's going on in the courtroom is so that you, uptake, can be in there watching what the judges and the lawyers are doing. And it isn't about watching a Michelle MacDonald victory. It's about watching what transpires in the courtroom. It is not disruptive in this day and age because it wouldn't be like there'd be 20 cameras in the courtroom. There would be one camera in the courtroom assigned to stream out into the public. That's all. So not disruptive at all. You probably wouldn't even see it.
Tell me what the Sixth Amendment is about. We hear a lot of discussion about the First, Second, and Fifth.
And the First Amendment, involves the reporters being able to film in the courtroom or to come to the public trials. The Sixth Amendment is an individual's right to a public trial. What happened in there is that because the prosecutor of the case from Dan Flugel's office objected, then the judge had an opportunity to say, okay, one of the parties doesn't want it, so we're not going to allow cameras in the courtroom. And that's the rule. And even if both parties want cameras in the courtroom, the judge could still rule no cameras in the courtroom.
What are you looking forward to at the trial? That begins Monday, is that correct?
Yes, it begins Monday, and I'm looking forward to an exoneration.
Let me ask you about your original endorsement. I've talked to some of the people on the endorsement committee, two of them as a matter of fact. You had a Bible in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
And, what role do you see the Bible playing in the judicial process?
Well, the reason I had a Bible in my hands is because I was trying to demonstrate that when you walk into a courtroom, you were there today, and everybody stood up when the judge walked into the courtroom. That wasn't because of the judge. It's because judges used to hold Bibles over their heads. So there's a higher court.
What role does that play in judicial decisions?
What role does it play in judicial decisions? Well, I'm a spiritual person. I love people. Things like love your neighbor as yourself, things like forgiveness. But obviously, as an appellate court judge on the Minnesota Supreme Court, what I'll be doing is it's a system of checks and balances. In other words, I will be looking at what the judges are doing in the lower courts in terms of their decisions and determining whether the decisions were a misapplication of the law or, for instance, an abuse of discretion.
Does that have is the issue of separation of church and state, is the Bible involved in that in any way as you see it?
Not really, no. No, I just feel like we're swearing at God instead of swearing to Him. Bibles are in courtrooms all over America, or at least they used to be, where you would swear on the Bible that you would tell the truth. My thoughts are that you should tell the truth all the time. That it's kind of archaic to have a Bible, only be telling the truth on the stand. You should be telling the truth all the time.